This video is brought to you by LootCrate.com. Save 10% on any new subscription at www.trylootcrate.com/MMORPG. Enter promo code BRIDGE10 for a 10% savings. Welcome to Trinium Wars. Trinium? Who gives a f***? An MMO that looks, plays, feels, and performs like a browser MMO made in 2012. There's only one problem. It came out in March of 2016 and doesn't play in a browser. Oh boy. Actually, this game came out a few years ago under a different name, Living After War. Suddenly, all of this makes sense. But no one remembers that game, and that's fine because no one cared then and no one cares now! But I digress. Let's get the good out of the way first, shall we? The setting of the game is interesting enough. The game is set in a sci-fi post-apocalyptic world where only 5,034, that is an oddly specific number, humans managed to escape Earth, and then slept in stasis for 200 years. When they finally returned to Earth, they found that an alien race, the Narcs, had made it their home. Also, there's mutants now, because when there's nuclear war, mutants are pretty much required. Also, the music right here is really pretty. So that's where the game starts off, and it's pretty much all downhill from there, which is bad considering we haven't even created a character yet. Speaking of which, you'll get to choose between playing a human or playing a Narc. That is a really stupid name. By the way, if you don't understand what I'm doing, go live in the 90s for a while. Also, the Narcs appear to be a race of kitty people? Alright. You then get to choose male or female, and from one of 3 classes: Warrior, Ghost, or Esper. But let's just rename that to Warrior, Rogue, and Wizard because that's what it is. I decided on the Esper because it looked the coolest, which isn't saying much. Then you get to customize from a bunch of presets. Nothing special here, folks. Also, see this? This is about as good as the game is ever going to look. Seriously, look at this cutscene. I am baffled. Now for the gameplay! It's really bad. For starters, your character controls like a block of wood, glued to a cinder block. I could not get the mouse controls to work appropriately during my entire time playing. I had to resort to keyboard turning. I feel so dirty. It's clunky, slow, and really just doesn't work well at all. Heck, I almost resorted to using the mouse click movement. Ugh. Combat is basic tab-targeted combat, except horrible. Now, if you don't know what that is, 1. Click on enemy. 2. Push number key. 3. Repeat step 2 until enemy is dead. 4. Fall into a cycle of extreme self-hatred and cutting yourself just to see if you can still feel something. Now, tab-targeted combat is not necessarily a bad thing. It can be done well. However, even though I was killing enemies in 1 or 2 shots, combat in Trinium still felt slow as f***. How does that work? Questing is about as bland as it comes. Talk to NPC. Talk to another NPC. Get, kill, or fetch quest. Turn in. There is nothing unique about it, except that sometimes you get a quest that will take you to a specialized solo zone where you get to control a tank or something, which I feel would be more necessary if I saw a single other person in the entire time I played. Seriously, I did not see a single solitary person during my entire time playing. It's slightly eerie. Speaking of eerie, I'm pretty sure this cat lady is in heat. That is the only acceptable explanation for whatever the f this is. I kept playing for hours hoping something would change, but nothing ever did. A quick look at the game's Steam page says there's base building and a MOBA-esque PvP mode. Sounds cool. If only I didn't have to play this to get to it. I don't have the patience for that. So that puts my motivation at Bupkis. Last but not least, I'm going to mention how the game performs. This isn't something I usually talk about, however, it bears mentioning because this game is about as optimized as a block of wood glued to a cinder block. This game would stutter every few minutes no matter what my graphic settings were, and my computer is no slouch. This is just bad. My final opinion? Play something else. Anything else. A kind of cool setting cannot save this game, unless you are just really into cat ladies.
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.